Hey guys, welcome to part 9 in this Beginner's Guide to HTML series. Today we're going to be looking in depth into HTML links. Now before I start this tutorial on links, there's something important I want to tell you. At this point you might be wondering that there are so many different things to remember. How are you ever going to do that? Well, the answer is with practice, obviously, but at the beginning it might be very frustrating if you can't remember something that you want to do to your web page. The simplest way to do it is just Google it. So suppose you can't remember how to put an image in your HTML document. So just go to Google and type HTML images. And as you can see, the top result takes you to a w3schools.com page. It's exactly where they talk all about HTML images. Okay, so anything like suppose HTML headings, at any point if you're confused about anything, look it up. It'll take you to a very nice detailed page from a free source such as w3schools.com. Now I also want to mention again that I'm not sponsored by w3schools.com, but I did find this site to be immensely helpful. So W3Schools is the same website that my professor used during my front-end web development course. And I think it's a great resource. So let's talk about HTML links. You all know what a link looks like at this point. We've done it a lot. We've done it plenty of times in the last 8 videos. But there are more to links than you think. So HTML links are hyperlinks because your document is an HTML file, hypertext file, and you can click on a link and jump to another document. So now let's refresh our memory into what links look like. Open up Sublime Text and create a new file. Save this file. I'm going to save it as part9.html. And I'll open up an HTML tag, hit enter in Sublime Text. And it creates our basic layout. I'll give it a title of part 9. And in our body section, I'll give it a heading. And I'll say HTML links. Close up that tag. Now let's create a link. So in order to create a link, we use the anchor tag, which is A. And then we use its href attribute. And let's say we want to go to w3schools.com, w3schools.com, and say take me to w3schools. And we're going to save this document and go to our web tutorial series folder and open up that document. So this is just a quick refresh of how links are used in HTML. So here's the link, and if I click on it, it takes me to w3schools.com, and the href attribute contains the URL to w3schools.com. So now let's talk about local links and absolute links. Now in order to demonstrate that, I need to create another file, and I'm going to save this file as demo.html. And I'll open up an HTML tag and hit enter. Give it the title that this is a demo. And in the body, I'll give it a heading. In part 9. And I'll save this document. Now let's open this document from our web tutorial series folder. So demo.html. Now this is an absolute link, right? So if you want to go to an external page such as w3schools.com, you need to provide the URL of their website. This would be an absolute link. But say you want to access demo.html, which is in the same folder as your part9.html file. In a situation like this, you can use a local link, which is instead of having to specify exactly where the file is in your computer, you can simply type in its href attribute demo.html. and take me to demo. Close up this A tag and save this file. Actually, I'm going to put in a BR tag just so we have a line break. And here's what it looks like. So if you click on the second link, it takes us to the demo.html file, but notice we did not have to put all of this in our link. Although we could have, that would have been an absolute link. Since it's in the same folder as our part9.html. So there is the difference between absolute links and local links. So now let's talk about how to open this link in a new tab on our browser. So in order to do that, we use the target attribute. So you type target equals, by default on most browsers, the target is self. Self simply means that open this link in the same page as this document. So if you click on this is the demo in part 9, it opens up on the same tab as part9.html is. So if you want the document to be displayed in the same tab, you don't need to type the target attribute at all. But if you want the document to be displayed in a new tab, then inside your target attribute, you type underscore and then blank. And what this says is open this link in a new tab. So if you save this document and go back and reload this page, now if you click on take me to demo, as you can see, it opened up a new tab for us and then took us to the demo.html file. We can also use images as our links, and in order to do that, I'm going to clear out this take me to demo over here, and I'll put the closing tag in a new line, and over here we're going to insert an image. So I just found a random image, and I'm going to put it in my website, and if you click on this image, it'll take you to the demo.html document. So what I'll do is I'll right click and I'll copy the image address, open up Sublime Text, create an image tag, and in its source attribute I'll paste the link that I just copied and close the image tag. Save this document and now open part9.html, and now as you can see, this image is now clickable. This image has turned into a link. And if you click on it, it opens a new tab and it takes you to demo.html. Links can also have a title attribute. Titles provide additional information about that link. So title, and this will open demo.html in a new tab. Okay, and save this. And then go back to part9.html and reload this page. So now our image link has a title. If you hover your mouse over that image, you can actually see the title. So this will open demo.html in a new tab. Link works exactly as expected if you click on it. And it does not need to be an image link that can contain a title. Okay, this link will do just fine. So if you simply copy this title attribute, and say W3 schools, and reload this page, and now if you hover over the first link, it displays the title as well. Now let's talk about bookmarks. So first of all, I'm going to get rid of everything except our heading inside our body. And now what I'm going to do is create an H2 tag, and I'll type section 1, and then I'll create a paragraph, and in this paragraph I'm just going to put in some random text. So I'll just put in some random text on our website, and I'll show you why I'm doing this in a second. So what I'm going to do now is just make it look like a nice paragraph with some line breaks. And I'm going to copy all this and make a bunch of sections, okay? And don't forget a horizontal row, actually, just so we can separate our sections. And then I'm going to copy all this. So now this document is quite large. It has 10 different sections. So with the help of bookmarks, we can make long pages such as this one easier to navigate. So first of all, we need to create bookmarks for this page. So in order to do that, we use the ID attribute. Okay, so inside our headings, inside our H2 tags, we're going to give each and every single one of them an ID. So an ID attribute. So I'll give each section its number as its ID. It doesn't have to be this way, but I think it's easier to understand. So now every single H2 element has an ID of the section number. And now we can very easily navigate between these sections using links. So first of all, I'm going to create an anchor tag and then give it an href attribute of, so we're going to insert a hashtag and then we're going to put in the name of the ID. So let's say we want this to be a link to section 1. And close the anchor tag, and I'll leave out some spaces. So now we have links to every single section in our page. Let's see what happens if you save this document and reload it on our browser. And now we can click on these links and they'll take us to exactly where that section is in our document. So if you click on section 1, it takes you to section 1. And that's how you use bookmarks in your HTML document. So before I end this video, here's another cool thing you can do using links. So, first of all, I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to call this folder resources. And I'll take our demo.html file, and I'll move it to our resources folder. So now if I want to insert a link to our demo.html document inside our part9.html document, we open up an anchor tag and then give it an href attribute. And now in order to do that, we use relative addressing. Since the resources folder is in the same folder as our part9.html, we can simply type resources and then a /, and our document is in that resources folder, and our document is called demo.html. Take me to demo, and close up the anchor tag and save this document and reload this page. Click on it and it takes you to your resources folder and then your demo.html file. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.